Hello everybody, and today I'm going to show you how to make the ladder game that I made about 2 years ago. So basically I have this ladder that got a lot of views and stuff because it's like the Carnival game, and it's like one of the best Carnival games that's like really easy to win. I've had a lot of people telling me that they want to know how to build it and a whole bunch of other stuff because, you know, if you build it and then you work with it, you have a better chance of actually winning. And it's pretty simple to build. I built it with my dad in like under an hour or two. It's been about like 2 years since I've built this, so when you look at this ladder, it's not going to look like how I used to have it. It's actually really broken. I don't use it anymore because it's like really torn down. Here it is right here. Right now it's not connected. It's just connected to the tree that I used, or the entire ladder. And it's actually pretty simple. All it is wooden, like this wood that's right here. This came out of you know, those things that you use to like hang your clothes with. Basically how we had it hooked together is by 2 knots. We would knot them, and then we would first knot this side, and then we'll slide this wood. After we made holes into the middle, we just used the drill, and we just drilled them together right there. It's pretty simple. Just be careful not to, like, you know, crack them. After we did that, we would just put 2 knots. They don't have to be that hard. Like, there's like room to move it. You can have them like tight. It doesn't really matter as long as this part is correct. The bottom is the most, like, it has to be correct measurement with the other one down here. I'll tell you the measurements in a little bit. Basically what we did was we have 2 ropes. So each side of the rope, we had to use this kind of rope because we had this other rope, and it was like the rope we used would stretch out, and this rope doesn't really stretch out that much. So you need to find a rope that doesn't stretch, because if it's stretched, then it won't work well. So like this twisted rope works the best. And then basically we tied them to this this hook right here. It's a swivel, eye-to-eye swivel, that basically just swivels around the entire time. And we would just tie it. So we cut the rope. Each side of this, going all the way down there, is 100 feet. And that side is also, this side right here is also 100 feet. And basically we would tie all the 100 feet onto one side. Basically we just tied it to right here. And after that we would tie another rope, which is not counting the 100 feet. And we used I still have it, I'll show you right here. It's under my trampoline. But basically this is where I had it tied down. We tied it to these 2 like nails, and these nails are what kept it from moving. You can tie it to other stuff, but that's what we used. We used 2 nails and basically tied it to right here. And then this side we just tied it to the top of this branch right up there. We just made sure it was hooked together good and made sure this was tied good. And then we basically, however tight we wanted it, we would just move it. And basically that's how it'd be. Like if you wanted it really stretched out, we would basically pull it far, have it stretched out far so that it's harder. Another thing that you need to know is that you have to figure out how high you want it. This is about 7 feet, almost 8 feet up there. So a lot of the carnival places, they'll have it about 7 to 8 feet, maybe 9. And basically you want to have it really high and make sure that you can stretch all this pretty far. So here's my little like drawing board that I did. So basically you're gonna need 2 of this. I don't know how to say galvanized, I think that's what it is. Iron eye swivel. It's gonna look like that. You're gonna need 2 of them. You're gonna need at least like 250 feet of rope, and whatever you're gonna use, like a nail to like hold it down. And you're gonna need 10 wooden sticks or dowels, I guess that's what I'll call it. And each side's gonna be 100 feet of this. All this is 100 feet, and all this is 100 feet, which is gonna add up to 200. And why I say you need 200 feet of rope is because whatever you're gonna use to tie this, that's what you're gonna use. And I don't know how much you're gonna need, but at least 50, that's what we had. And yeah, So what we first did was we tied the first parts of the rope. So this part of the 100 feet, we tied it just to this side. We still haven't done that part because that's where we would slide them in. So we just tied them both onto this one side of the swivel. After we did that, we would make a knot right here. And the knots are basically right here. So from this knot right here, to the next knot, that is 1.5 feet. We used to have it at 100 or at 1 foot, but it wasn't good enough. So we figured out that this to this should be at least 1.5 feet away from each other. And you're gonna need 10 wooden dowels or whatever these things are called. This entire stick right here is 2 feet long, and it's at least like 1 inch long. And basically what you would do is you have to drill holes on both sides. You can pick how far you want to drill it in. We did it about almost 1 inch from the end. See, that's how we drilled it right there. So what we would do first is we'd start right here, then we tied a knot right here and a knot on that side. Then we would have to bring this, we had to insert this stick and then drag it all the way until it hit this knot. After we did that, we would make another knot right here, and then we would measure 1.5 feet and make our new knots on both sides. And then we'll bring this one in from all the way over there and bring it in here, make a new knot, and we just kept going one after another. And we kept going until we got to the very end, which is right here. After we got to the very end, it basically makes like a triangle, as you can see right there, and then just gets tied up to the other one. So it's basically how we started there. Just makes a triangle and ties up to this swivel right here. After that, it doesn't really matter how you tie it. We tied it up to this big branch so it won't fall off. We tied it super good, so that's why we can't take it off, because it's like really tied in good. And that's basically the entire structure of it. And then this would just be where you'd connect it. And basically that's it. If you have any questions on how to build it, or if you still are a little iffy of how we built it, just let me know in the comments. I'll try to get to you. And you don't have to have this. This is like a plug that you use for chairs and stuff. My dad put it here because he thought it was going to be like really dangerous. And if you think it's dangerous that there's like this wooden things left out, you can put like a rubber stopper on it like we did right here. And basically, yeah, that's how we built the ladder. Really simple and easy to make.